right, welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and the dog, and we're going to be bringing you all the action here for the finals, the Typhoon Gauntlet finals, XG Lightning versus BG Bedwetters. I mean, the dog, that semifinals was a pretty incredible matchup. It was a 2-0 actually on both sides. So it's going to be really interesting to go into the finals here and see, two undefeated teams going at it. Like, just based off of what we saw, XGL tremendous momentum in game number 2 after from game number 1, of course, but BGBW, or the Bedwetters on the other hand, whatever you want to call them, 2-0, that's still no small feat. It was a little bit rougher that second game because we did catch the end of it, but how are you feeling going into the finals here for both teams?
I am hype. I spent the last about 15 or 20 minutes in between that break writing profuse notes down. Looking across the board, we have the most even matchup out of the two matchups we've seen, the 4 teams we've seen. We have about literally 10 players that are plat, 10 players that look scary. OP.GG's looked horrifying. BG Bedwetters got rid of the Wukong. I circled the Wukong as a scary thing. Pike is a weapon that more than one player on Bedwetters play. Urgot, did they ban Urgot? No, Urgot is still up. I'm curious if the Bedwetters pick Urgot. Definitely something to look out for. We saw them playing Urgot at the end of last game. Victor, good pickup here. That's a takeaway from Juicebox. Karma, we saw Improvise on the Karma last game. He doesn't get to play Heimerdinger anymore. He's on full poke, which I love.
I like the Karma pick a lot more than the Heimerdinger personally. Just more utility around that champion to help your teammates.
Artana's going to get the Mord. There's the Urgot ban. Looks like, don't be surprised if we see a Gragas top again here. I would...
Mord, though, that's a good pick.
I would ban the Kai'Sa if I was Lightning. Maybe ban... See, the thing is with Phoenix Fire, his jungle pool after Wukong is kind of balanced, so you maybe don't target that.
Right.
I would look to hit Rel. Oh, they have Karma already. You obviously don't need that.
Ooh, Scion getting taken away. Okay. Oh, sorry about that.
There's the Orin ban. Our Kartana likes... It's weird to ban Ornn. Maybe they think Mordekaiser might be their jungler.
I mean, is that common nowadays? I mean, I've seen Mordekaiser jungle a couple of times in the past week, but it was not effective at all. Anytime that it went, it was not very good.
I don't know. If I'm the Bedwetters and I'm scrolling through OPs, I actually guess that is their jungler. I was going to say, I would think Mordekaiser's going top, but this is maybe Malphite jungle? Who knows? There's still flex here. We got options.
They have a lot of options. I mean, Sylas still available if they did decide to select that, of course. And I don't know if that's going to be Ashe ADC or an Ashe support at the moment. I mean, Maokai could be the support, and we could already see the bot lane. And nope, there goes the Ezreal. So I believe it might be an Ashe Ezreal bot lane. Maokai jungle with the Victor in the mid. And now we're just waiting on the top lane pick here for the side of Bedwetters. Into the Malphite, it looks like it's going to be Cassante. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I had not seen a lot of Cassantes on the Rift in my personal gameplay. I really didn't go out of my way to, view him a whole lot, so I don't know how effective he is, to be completely honest with you.
Well, he can, if you know how to pilot him, he can take over fights because he becomes an unkillable demon. His ultimate cuts most of, I believe, his defensive or his health in half and then cranks his damage. So if you know how to use it correctly, pilot it, it becomes nuts. The thing is, because you lose so much sustainability, if XG Lightning don't go after him when they see that ult proc, he can kill everybody. It's going to be a lot of... I'm curious if they know how to play around this Cassante.
I mean, with the Anivia AoE slow, the Malphite ultimates, the Mordekaiser being able to take anyone to Brazil, like, they have a lot of utility on XG Lightning. The Sivir ultimate and the Karma Shield speed ups as well, that's just really good to just get away from everybody. So the Victor ultimates, the Maokai, and the Cassante, when it's popped, there's some kind of visual indicator. Once again, I haven't seen him personally, so I don't really know, but we're going to see it probably plenty of times in this game, you know, in the middle of these team fights here. But I just feel like they have a good disengage and then be able to return after the disengage because the unstoppable fours, and then all you have to do is just wait another 30 seconds for the Karma Mantra to come back, and boom, shields and speed boosts for everybody once again. So it is going to be interesting, the back and forth. Bedwetters just have to be very patient, and we've seen XGL be very patient. They've been down a 6k gold deficit and came back swinging harder than ever. So and then we've seen them get ahead early and then just take over the game from there. So really, they can be in both positions and be victorious.
Yeah, but most importantly, like, again, we have seen XG Lightning keep their foot on the pedal, but we haven't seen XG Lightning on anybody but Wukong.
That's true.
And that is going to be the key here. Are the Bedwetters going to be able to shut this one trick down? And
I hope so.
For 2 games in a row, you and I discussed how do you let the Wukong through. So
Right.
this is gonna be interesting. Mordekaiser is not it's like not an adjacent pick to a Wukong. It does entirely different things. You want to try to 6 camp clear.
Yep.
You're not. It's kind of an interesting selection compared to his choices. His OP shows him on the J4s and the Elises. This is gonna be interesting. This game is gonna be a really interesting tell. Going into game 2, you and I will have a little bit of flavor of what both parties bring to the table, and we will be able to really televise it better. But right now, it's like seeing 2 brand new teams. Even though we're introduced to XG Lightning for 2 games, this is our 3rd time seeing them.
Right.
This is going to be a new team. This is a new team.
Yeah, you're right. Having a Wukong in the mix now does make it a brand new team because we have not seen him play without the Wukong so far. And just looking at the champions, I kind of expect this game to be a lot slower paced than we saw the previous games, at least in the beginning parts. So until we hit level 6s, I expect a lot of poking, obviously, from the bot lane of XGL. That's just going to be a given. Those boomerangs plus those empowered Qs, we're going to see it. The Mordekaiser ganks, they're a little bit slow. He can't really do a whole lot. His pull-in is predictable. His Q doesn't, he has to stop moving entirely. They have all the movement speed in the world. They can really, and they can just dash out of there.
And pair that with being hawk-shotted throughout the entire game. You're already moving slow.
Exactly.
The one big thing I want to keep an eye on here, ready for this? Mordekaiser ult, mixed in with the AoE of the Mao, the Anivia, the Sivir, and the Karma. Mistiming from our buddy Phoenix Fire could yield an interesting result.
That is very true. That is very true. And he's going to be able to have that 1v1 aspect a lot better than he did with the Wukong, of course, because he's able to take them away. The Mordekaiser, it's an interesting pick. The Mordekaiser's interesting to me. I don't know how effective this is going to be for XGL, and this is going to be that pivotal part for them. We've seen what the rest of the team can do. I believe in the power of the Sivir, Karma, the Anivias are going to be a good pick, and of course Malphite on the top side. He just has to be patient, and we've seen patience come in from this team. So Mordekaiser's just that coin flip for me that I'm just very unsure. And I love Ashe, by the way. She is my #1 pick champion all last season. And she could be quite effective as a support if you know how to play her correctly, like you said, with the hot shots and everything.
Which I'm keeping an eye on predictions here. I'm curious what Twitch has to say. We have 2 really evenly matched teams. They kind of do really interesting things on both sides. Team fighting is going to be freaking awesome with both of these teams. The Maokai, the Victor AoE, the Anivia AoE, the Mordecai, the Maokai and the Malphite. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Trying to get that thing out. There's going to be a tongue twister. Maokai, Malphite, Mordekaiser. I'm excited.
It is going to be exciting, but we're going to cut it to a short little intermission while we get ready for the in-game setup here. Do not go anywhere. This is going to be game number 1 of the finals for the Typhoon finals. It is going to be BGBW, the Bedwetters, versus XGL. Your dogs, Rylionn and the Dog, are here to cast for you. We'll be right back.
Get it.
All right, welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. We are in game number 1 for the finals here. We already have a lot of action going on. Her Puss in Boots getting poked down quite heavily on the side of the Bedwetters. Bedwetters is going to be on blue. Exia will be on red, and we're going to break down the players here for you. We have 007 in the top side. This is for Bedwetters on blue. We have Septi in the jungle. Her Puss in Boots in the mid lane. All Fire on ADC. And thank you, Tom12, on support Ash. And
And just
for
before you flip over, looking at the bedwetters, all plat 4, except
ooh,
for the solo lanes, plat 1s. All plat
oh,
4, solo lanes are plat 1.
thank you for that input. And I'm curious to know the other side as well. And you guys saw them last time if you were watching the stream XGL. And it looks like we have once again Kartana in the top side, Phoenix Flare in the jungle, Juicebox in the mid lane, Prim on ADC, and Improvise on support.
And all plat 4, except for our buddy Kartana, a plat 2.
Oof.
And
So pretty
healthy
even
poke.
match.
So looking at our jungle starts, I love looking at these jungle starts. Maokai already done. He started red, which is traditional on the Maokai. Although he is a tank, you always start red.
Uh-oh. Thank you, Tom. Doing some
And
nice poking
uh-oh,
here onto Prim. The Ignite gonna go off.
interesting
Great
ignite.
turnaround damage here from Improvise. Yeah, a lot of poke.
Maokai already dusting this Mordekaiser. The second, I'm curious. Well, here's the level 2. Does he take Hawkshot? Curious, or does he take the Q? Because if
Oh,
they
God.
take the Hawkshot, Mordekaiser is going to be outed for being nowhere near.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hawk shot is taken. Our lovely producer in the background also huge shout out to all's there, holding it down for the production for all you wonderful viewers there. And 007 getting some good damage here. Phoenix
There you
Flare with a
go.
nice tank onto the top side. It looks like we
Ghost
might
box.
have good dash to the side to avoid the pullback here. 007 does make it out alive. And great gank, but great movement here.
Take a look at Maokai setting up on the bot, looking for a dive.
Oh, Septi, great flash forward onto Prim. Prim flashes out of there as well. Is it going to be enough? First blood given on over to Prim because of the tower damage. All Fire does pick up the kill onto Prim, but is it going to be 2 for 1? Yes, it is. I'm sorry, her Puss in Boots also got damaged there. Kartana and 007 in the top side. The dash forward, the shield. Is it going to be enough? Oh, the flash and the 1 for 1, both killing each other. And meanwhile, in the bot side, Anivia does pick up the kill onto Septi. Good roam down. And 2 to 3 now. We went from 0 kills to 5, and Ezreal with the execute all fire. Great movement, being able to get out of there as well. And that's just like a faster back.
Oh man, take a deep breath. 5 kills, barely 4 minutes into the game. And I think the most important part to look at is what Victor did by himself the whole time.
What, farm?
Yes, sir. That is almost a 3-to-1 CS differential. Yes, Anivia got the kill. Did not exchange the gold, so that really doesn't do anything yet. But the gold that our buddy Puss in Boots gets from staying in lane is going to be about equivalent.
That is very true. I mean, 1 kill, though, isn't that equivalent to about 15 CS, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of gold, approximately?
And we see about a 15 CS differential. Pretty close.
Pretty good move for Victor. I mean, he knew it was a little bit late, couldn't rotate, couldn't really do anything for his friends. So, hey, might as well push and get the experience, get the farm, and be effective that way. Good call here from the Bedwetters. Still 2-3. Looking pretty good here for XGL. This is the momentum that they were carrying here from games number 1 and 2 from the semifinals. So, in a really good position. Let's see if the Bedwetters have the ability to slow them down. Topside has been in just a constant battle. This is like Godzilla versus Kong.
You know, the Malphite really was a genius selection. If you look on the side of XG Lightning here, they don't have the greatest hard engage before that selection. The Malphite really provides them with the instant engage that their team was lacking, and then all of a sudden the Sivir R speeds everybody up to get included.
Right.
I like what they did there. Otherwise, I don't really know what the plan is besides run at them. Karma isn't the greatest. Oh, here we go. That's an easy take.
Not the tankiest pick here, and yeah, it looks like XGL is going to be taking the the Hex Tech. No, I'm sorry. No, I said Infernal. I'm so sorry. I was staring right at it. But yeah,
no smite.
Infernal Dragon.
No smite. Let's keep an eye. Oh, they don't know it though.
Nope, not quite. Yeah, they're just gonna allow that one to go. First dragon of the game. You can always let those ones go peacefully, especially when you're behind just a little bit. It's not worth being behind a little bit more.
Okay, now let's keep an eye on something here. Anivia we know a lot of gold in her pocket, unspent. has to back to spend this gold. Victor already reset, already used teleport. Anivia, Malf, Mordekaiser just left, so I don't know how Anivia plans on
Backing?
spending the gold. Yeah, might be cause for the next like 2 to 3 or even 5 minutes to be troublesome here.
And she's down by almost double her own farm, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to really start adding up. We need help. Oh, she's just going to get it back in. Okay, fair enough. Will Victor shove?
You got to work with what you got. Great boomerang here on the All-Fire, getting a lot of poke damage here from both Improvise and Prim. Phoenix Flare, not that far behind. Does see both Septi and 007 there. Has the Tribush warded there with a pink ward. It is going to get caught out and probably taken here in the next couple of moments. Rift Scuttle not up for another minute, though. So I believe Septi should make their way on over to mid. I mean, Juicebox is a little bit behind in terms of experience. I know they got that kill early, but like you said, being able to stay in lane and up by almost 30, a little over 30 farm, that's pretty good. That's 2 kills worth of gold right there. Phoenix Flare taking a lot of damage from being in between 007 and that red buff, who is just whacking away.
Oh.
And here we go. Septi's going to go ahead and go in on Juicebox, who does have the egg available. There goes the unstoppable force onto the backline. Septi forced to flash. The Chaos Storm still just sitting there, not moving. Okay. 007 is able to just hold them back while the rest of the team retreats, and that was almost pretty bad here for the Bedwetters. Septi walked out with just a sliver of health left, but no one fell.
Yeah, and a testament to Juicebox doing what he feels like he has to do at this point and sacrifice lane to rotate to the team. We're seeing it he's flying over to fight every situation. At this creeping on a 40 CS differential, at this point you have to continue to do it. Cassante all in on the Kartana. Kartana no ult, and we know it, but does have flash coming available. Will they look to dive?
Septi not being level 6, so not that tanky. Let's see who's going to tank most of the damage here. And it looks like, hold on one second, Director Camera has plans elsewhere. Great Root's going to land onto Thank You Tom 12, and yep, does get the kill on over to Sivir, so it's going to put her up 2-1 and up by another 15 farm here. So still all good looks in almost every single lane here for XGL in game number 1.
You know, something we noticed last game with our buddies XGL, and that was when Phoenix has Wukong, he is competing to carry.
Right.
Who's he competing with? Prim.
Oh, that's true.
Every time.
Oh, thank you.
So, when I look down in the bot and Prim is quietly creeping up on a 20 CS differential, I really like Juicebox hasn't died. I know the CS is scary. He hasn't died, but his rotations to the team have been effective. Wow.
Nice stun, man. Okay. Forces the flash from her Puss in Boots.
This is going to develop into something interesting, because what we're going to get is, will XG Lightning peel effectively for Prim late game against the Cassante, against the Maokai, against the Ezreal Ashe? They have so much engage, so much tank, so much dive. It's really going to be I can't wait to watch if they can peel for this, because that's what it's going to come down to.
That is true, and I mean, with the Karma Shields and the speed boost, plus the Sivir speed boost as well, I feel like they can peel just between those two aspects. Juicebox is going to have to be kind of like the major part of their front line. Mordekaiser isn't able to do a whole lot at the moment, in my opinion. Only a 60 farm, doesn't have any, real ganking stories at the moment, Phoenix Flare, but that doesn't mean that he's completely out of it just yet. But, oh my god, yeah, that Cassante is going to be a real issue for them late game, it looks like. Kartana taking quite a beating, but hold on. We have 2 people coming in, Improvise and Phoenix Flare. There goes the Root to hold him in place, but no, forced to flash underneath his own tower as well. Does get to safety, but unfortunately nobody is able to pick up the kill. 3 members also coming in here from Bedwetters onto the bot lane. Prim trying to do what he can, forces the flash and the ultimate. The arrow does miss barely. All Fire trying to go all in. Does flash. Yeah, Prim with the back and forth. I mean, great sidestepping as well. Ghost not available. Hold on. There went the teleport as well from Juicebox onto the tier 1 bot lane as well. Septi doing a great job of just zoning out any help that Prim could do for Juicebox. Juicebox still does have the egg available, so they can successfully possibly get out of the tower dive, but no, that's all they're going to take, and they might set up here for the Chem Drake, which is going to be the second one of the game. The dog.
Yeah, that turned into a backyard fiesta. Karma top side, Karma back bot side. There was teleports going down.
It's
and
like
we are going right into the fight.
Happening, and Septi's going to be taken to Brazil here by Phoenix Flare. Doesn't get the kill from either one of them. Now he's stuck between 4 members of the Bedwetters. Prim trying to go ahead and throw. Does get the boomerang off the kill. Goes on over to Mordekaiser. Does pick up a kill, and Typhoon does pick up a kill as well. Kartana getting pushed underneath tower by 007. The tower is going to go ahead and help a little bit, but is it going to be enough? That's one. Walks away. The slows. Boom.
With
Kartana.
teleport in his pocket as Dragon. I mean, this is a backyard scrap. Somebody yelled, somebody hit somebody, and that's what we've been getting for the last 12 minutes. This is wild. And wait till her Puss in Boots gets involved in these fights with the 50 CS differential and a bounty with no kills. He hasn't even been involved.
That's actually insane. I didn't even notice the 50 CS stuff. You're right. Oh my god. Yeah, that there's a lot for the late game. The Victor, the Cassante. It's going to be interesting around these dragon fights and in the Baron Pit as well, like how these are going to go.
You know, something earlier that you were saying about Mordekaiser at this point in the game and his impression of it, or his ability to impress his, honestly, just Prim. All he has to do is just listen to who Prim wants ulted.
On the Titan 12 here, and yep, she's
going
to sacrifice herself for the greater good. All Fire trying to get the safety. Fancy Feet does make it.
Here we go.
Right, Victor, her Puss in Boots is going to go ahead and make it to the bot lane as well. Riptail is going to get popped right before that 14-minute mark, so the gold is going to go on over. Here comes the Maokai. Great ultimate. He's rock stuck underneath tower. The egg is going to get popped. Let's see. I don't think he has the damage, though, to really take him down. So I think just getting the egg, though, is pretty successful all on its own. Not done yet, though. Septi. Oh, the arrow from downtown. Titan 12. What an animal. Is it going to be the last caster minion? Just one more slap harder than Chris Rock at the Oscars. Takes him down. Her Puss in Boots doing a great job taking these 3 people off the tower, so they aren't able to get the tier 1 tower and the first tower gold just yet. But they are going to move on over to the Dragon. It's going to be the second one of the game if they decide it.
We're pushing a kill. We're close to a kill a minute. There's no break. There's no break.
Nope, not at all. Septi, unfortunately, is going to get caught out here. Yep, tried to do what he could. Improvise getting quite low. Her Puss in Boots doing a lot of damage, but the shields and the Fancy Feet as well is able to skip that last beam hit there.
I mean, the Dragon spawned close to 5 minutes ago, and no team's been able to do it because they're always fighting.
They're just stuck fighting, and these 2 Goliaths in the top side just absolutely whacking away at each other. It's kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, they do, and teleports available for both of them as well.
All right, blue team with first turret. Mid tower looks to go down as well for blue team. So again, back on topic with this Mordekaiser. At this point in the game, with Prim's advantage, everybody needs to be doing what Prim needs to carry. Mordekaiser, the only one you should be ulting is who can kill Prim first. Who can kill Prim first? And honestly, that might not reveal itself until this first big 5-on-5 fight, which we might eventually get at the Dragon if one of the teams decides to start it up.
That is very true. And I mean, with good timing, she could possibly spell shield the Mordekaiser ulti. But I mean, it's definitely going to have to be a Quicksilver pickup at some point. That's just his presence alone demands it. It's just, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God, they are on the same side. My brain is all over the place here. Oh, goodness. But that is all right. 007 and Kartana, they are just, once again, whacking away at each other. I like the grass pickup from Kartana rather than the typical Arcane Comet. I forgot to mention that a lot earlier. I see Arcane Comet more than anything on Malphite for that early poking, but opting out and instead going for the just the overall health as the game continues, I think is a much better choice being, you know, one of two tanks on the team.
Twitch chat, definitely keep spamming. Looks like XGL has some love and some fans. You know, they are down by a splinter of gold, and the fight erupts.
Almost gets simmered down. Not going to be enough for Puss in Boots gets taken into the Netherrealm from Phoenix Flare. And meanwhile, Typhoon in the bot lane here. Kartana doing a great job of hunting down Typhoon, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Juicebox trying to sidestep, but falls in the 2v1 ultimately in the end there. And that's going to be a 1-for-2. No dragon even available for another 4 minutes, so I don't know where the team fight even started in that one, or why everyone was down there to begin with, but
we know where it started. It started all over the map for the 16 minutes straight. This is ridiculous. I mean, we're at 16 minutes, 16 kills. I have a water that has been full for 16 minutes too. At some point, they're gonna have to take a little bit of a break. I mean, I don't want them to. I know Twitch, I don't want them to. Phoenix cannot be stopped. Phoenix, this dude got some action. Getting the shutdown gold on Victor, ulted him, as we've noted, might have to happen. Phoenix Flare might.
Walking into a bush, completely unaware of anything that's in it. Oh, great shield to go ahead and stop that, but Septi is pretty tanky himself. Tidum is just doing damage from the backline. Improvise trying to lock him down. They do have the follow available. There we go. Tidum does fall. That's going to be a 1-for-1, or I'm sorry, 1-for-2. The jungle and the ADC both fell on the side of the Bedwetters. That leaves the Rift available, but they're not going to go for it just yet. They want to take down these towers as well before they set up for any jungle objectives, which isn't a bad idea. Great job keeping him inside the Anivia ulti, but Improvise getting taken down quite heavily by Allfire. There's one. Juicebox is next on the menu here. There goes the egg form once again. Allfire now taking a lot of damage. Great pullback from Cassante. 007 is doing work. Her Puss in Boots now making his way into the fight just as a last resort. And yeah, that was a great fight overall for the Bedwetters. Are back into it. They're going to go ahead and take that tier 1 tower and wow. Great trigger.
Here we go.
Oh, there goes the ulti once again from Tidum, and that is going to be Kartana taken down once more. Phoenix Flare trying to get her Puss in Boots, does get him down finally, and this could be a double kill given on over to Phoenix Flare. Does end up getting it. Man, what an absolute animal. He's not done just yet. Tidum is getting quite low, but is he going to do it? No. Improvise, trying to show up with the shields, but I don't know if he was paying attention to how close he was. Oh, the flash! And there's the root from Septi, and the true shot barrage coming in from Allfire. Tidum with the sliver of health, trying to do what he can, but not sticking around to see the aftermath. Prim,
this ricochet. Oh my gosh, this is so tight.
This is absolutely just back and forth. I mean, both sides giving an even amount of kills as the fight goes on. It's been a fight that lasted for the last 4 minutes, and finally they reset. But Blue is going to go ahead and start that rift. They only have 40 seconds to do it. Is it worth it?
This ADC, and I specify ADC and not bot lane, or Allfire, is putting damage on people. Putting autos on. This guy can watch this guy's movement in the next fight. His ability to be patient with his flash to secure the Karma and Anivia in the last fight, which feels like forever ago because there's never any break, was staggering and definitely needed to be noted. This guy can move.
The positioning was immaculate, and like you said, he was like, okay, Karma got out of range, automatic focus, Anivia. Like, being able to switch like that, great movement.
A lot of teleports on the side of Bedwetters, which I really like at this point in the game, where macro is obviously going to be pivotal to winning the game. Super close. 3k gold differential on the side that has less kills. Dragon spawning, you know there's going to be, you know, we watched that second dragon sit there for like close to 10 minutes. So
yeah,
keep an eye on what happens here, because the Bedwetters do have really good position for it. Casante's got the bot lane shoved in. Ashe is standing in the mid. You know, she can clear the wave really effectively. Maokai's already trying to step in. Does he give red buff to Ezreal? I would hope so. And then let's go get Dragon together.
Yeah, let's. I mean, that is a pretty effective, solid plan. This is the most even match that we've seen tonight here so far. 12 to 14. I know there's a 4k gold difference, but it doesn't really feel like it a whole lot as they're fighting. I mean, Phoenix Flare.
Two things as this fight sets up. Watch the Malphite ult. Watch the Mordekaiser ult. Where does the Mord ult? Who does the Mord ult? And how many people does Mal hit? That's what we're watching for here, because that's going to be the big differential. Cassante not there.
Starting the Dragon. The Dragon aggro is only going on to the Bedwetters at the moment. It's going to reset back into the pit, so they're trying to pull it back out just so that way they can get a slight advantage. Here comes 007 from the bottom of the Dragon pit, trying to wrap around, see if he can get a flank or a pinch of some sort here on to XLG. Or XGL, I'm sorry. And here goes the Mordekaiser, or Maokai ultimate is going to go ahead and root down. Great job at taking it. Here goes very nice Malphite ulti onto the back line. Her Puss in Boots automatically taken out. That was a great unstoppable force. They're not done just yet. There goes Phoenix Flare is going to go ahead and ultimate the All-Fire there, the ADC to try to get him out. The damage, is it enough? Yes, it is. 700 gold shutdown given on over to Phoenix Flare. 3 members down now for the Bedwetters. And there comes the teleport just for good measure. Juice box onto the back line. Septi trying to do what he can to get out, but no, he is stuck there. Cartana with the slows. 2 other members are taking care of Cassante, but Cassante is actually taking care of them. He is not taking any damage at all. What is happening? He's going to go ahead and take down Prim. Yes, he does. Oh my god, that damage is crazy. You said it once before game. He is an unstoppable demon. Towards the middle or late, they did end up getting the ace on over to XGL, but wow, that was a very hard working ace, the hardest working ace I've ever seen. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, Phoenix is no schlub on the Rift. Every game has shown up. 7-3, he manages to snag every single one of the shutdowns when they're available. You really hate to see Prim die on the tail end of that situation. Yeah. Especially to 007. You know, if XGL's not careful, they might give this Baron right over to the Bedwetters. They all are on reset. And the Bedwetters have a freaking amazing Nash clear. With the Ashe, with the Victor. They're already working on it. With the... Oh, man. Oh,
Unstoppable Force is back up, though.
You know, there's really, really good percentages while a neutral objective is going down for the team to be showing up second. You want to be the team showing up.
Okay, there goes Maokai ulti. Once again, the Unstoppable Force is going to go onto the front line. 007 does get taken down. Oh my god, this Ezreal is a monster. Phoenix Flare once again is going to take 007 into the ultimate there. Septi trying to get onto the back line. Improvise is going to go ahead and root him. He's stuck in a 3v1, but that damage coming in, that wall is not going to separate any of the shots here from Ezreal, and Phoenix Flare now running for his life. Improvise trying to speed him up to get out of there. That's 3 members down now for the side of XGL, and this turned around very quickly. Phoenix Flare, great shield to stop it, tries to go ahead and get the E. Ooh, and there is all she wrote. Shut down, given on over to her Puss in Boots, and that switched it up just like that. We had the ace before on one side, now we have the returned ace on the other.
Man, the 2 carries, All-Fire and her Puss in Boots, really putting on a heck of a show. Really putting a heck of a show. You had one, the Victor here, maybe for a long time wasn't impacting the game outside of just hyper CSing.
Oh, yep, here we go. Good stun onto Prim, hold him into place. A lot of good shields though, but cool combo.
Definitely the better choice to run away. They saw what was coming up behind that guy. Yeah, so the carries really put on a heck of a show. One of them was near perfect CS for a long time. I think it was up until 17 minutes. He had 165 CS close to it. While the meantime, All-Fire was just killing everything. These 2 players are going to impact. These 2 players are going to be the reason Bedwetters win if they do.
That is true. 5-2-6, 5-4-8. I mean, it doesn't get any more even than that. But the CS is where it is. And hold on 1 second. That was a great ulti from Titan on to Improvise, and that puts them at a numbers advantage now for the Baron, and they are going for it. Just like you said a couple moments ago, they have the shredding capability. Look at that Baron go, and there is no way they're contesting it. Great pickup by the Bedwetters.
Now I'd put a little pressure on top lane. Oh boy.
Oh, yep, here we go. 007
Beef
and
boys.
Cortana A tale as old as time. Here comes the unstoppable force to hold him into place. 3 other members from XGL are making their way. And yeah, he is just getting beaten down. He is a tanky boy, but not tanky enough to take
Oh
on 4
my.
members. Actually,
Oh
hold my
my.
tongue. No, the boomerang at the very end, Prim. Much needed. Great job. He almost got away. That was close.
What moved him aside? Was that the Malphite that did that? And because he saw sunshine, he saw glory, man. I thought he was. It's like I might live this one. Oh
I'm
gosh,
not
Phoenix
sure.
Fire.
Yep, Phoenix player getting into the middle of it right
Fire.
now.
Oh man, I'm saying Phoenix Fire.
It's all right. I think that's a move or something in one game. Juice box. Oh, hold on one second. The ultimate too short of a distance though to really be effective. The stun's not going to last that long, but it doesn't matter. Septi and All Fire. The teleport's coming in from Kartana, but the unstoppable force is not up just yet. Good wall to go ahead and block them in there. Meanwhile, Ezreal's going to keep on poking from the side. We do have Tidum and Puss in her Puss in Boots. They have Baron. They need to be utilizing it, and they're not. They're just fighting these extended team fights. Septi taking a lot of the attention. The flash forward is going to go ahead and try to hold him in place. There goes the stopwatch, but no, my God, that was a lot of health. But nah, all 5 members are there. Not going to be effective. Dragon is up. It's going to be the second dragon for XGL if they continue. Nice unstoppable force arrow onto her Puss in Boots, but is he going to be stuck there? He aces a shutdown. Giving on over to Phoenix. There's so much CC on the side of XGL.
Heck of a game from Phoenix Flare, being off of his Wukong and still being such a what the heck?
For one person still had enough damage. Red team goes ahead, takes the second dragon, but at what cost? Kartana taking a lot of the Qs. Tidum with a nice W to go ahead, gives up his own life, but takes down 3 members here from XGL. 3 members down here for the side. 4 now for the Bedwetters, and Juicebox is the last one up. Or no, I'm sorry, not the last one up. They still have Phoenix Flare, but he does get taken down. And this is just a fiesta, the dog.
Oh my God, we're 22, 25. My God, we're at 20. They're so close to. Each team is close to having a kill a minute. What is happening? What is happening? My face hurts from smiling here. This game, this looks insane.
They just don't want to. I'm gonna take a sip of my juice. Hold on one moment.
That's probably a good time. They're both in base for the first time all game.
Yeah, how much gold did they have? Are they back? I'm curious. I wish we can go back. Oh, we have a pause that's going to be up, so we have a little bit of an in-game delay that'll be happening. But still, what a banger. Game number 1 so far between these two teams. 25-22, currently in favor of XGL. Is it XGL or XLG? I keep on switching between the two right now. And it's
XG Lightning.
XGL. That's okay. Thank you. XG Lightning. And then the Bedwetters not that far behind. They're ahead in gold by about 5K, but they're down by about 3 kills. So, you know, take from that as you will. I'd rather be ahead in gold and down in kills by.
You know where that gold is, right?
All of it, a majority of it is probably on the Ezreal.
It's actually all on Victor. That's CSing for the first 28 minutes and 20 seconds yielded him almost 4 items, and I'm assuming that might, on a scary level, might be Rabadon's coming up next. I would love to know how much gold he's sitting on. Where is he? Is he walking out of base? Yeah, they all just reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to note, you know, what might be a good item here, and I don't know who you'd put it on. Maybe 4th item on Ezreal, Serpent's Fang. With all of these shields, Mordekaiser, Karma Shield, might actually be the angle, the tech to tear through some of it. And we're back in the game. 28 minutes, 23 seconds.
It compounds with the Shadow Flame, does it not? It's going to have a... Yeah. Yeah, it's just an in-game delay from League of Legends. It's not your internet. It's not us. If you play any custom games, you do a pause, unpause, it's going to do an automatic delay there. So do not worry. We'll be back into the action here in just a little bit. Oh, it's not?
Nope, just our faces.
30. Okay. 4. Yep.
Perfect. Right back into it as both teams come out of base. This was actually the most effective time for a pause. Both teams have been, for the last 29 minutes, sweaty fighting. If you take a look at the kills, uh, and the game paused right when they were both coming out of base again. I mean, it's like a brand new game. Smile, smile, everyone happy.
Everyone happy. This is going to be an exciting team fight in this next round here. It's really going to be the one I think that decides game. I mean, death timers now are going to be about 40, 45 seconds. You know, they have the ability to push heavily on both sides. I mean, look, we were just talking about the itemization on both of these teams here in just a little bit. The Shadow Flame being picked up by Victor, and then you were mentioning a Serpent's Fame possibly being picked up here by the Ezreal. That would be a great choice because of those Karma shields and the Mordekaiser shields.
You know, I would on the Ezreal just because he's obviously outputting damage, but if it ends up on the Ashe, who does like to build lethality as a support, it's not crazy. She does have the Dirk already. I'm assuming that'll be Umbral Glaive by nature, but there's no reason why it can't be.
Exciting team fight. Nature's Grasp is going to go ahead and hold them in place for just a little bit, but now it's not going to be up for the rest of this team fight here. There goes
Victor,
the Unstoppable Force onto 007. Victor, like you said, nowhere near, pushing into the top side, forced to dash out of there, but not in time. Taken to Brazil here. He has the resistances, but is it going to be enough to survive when he comes back? And it looks like for just a little bit, he is able to do so, and oh my goodness, no, not enough. Phoenix Flare picks up the shutdown onto 007, and now they're going to go ahead and try kiting them into the Dragon Pit. Cortana's walking right into all of those Ashe arrows. There goes Maokai's going to go ahead and jump onto the back line. Cortana is going to go ahead and fall. There goes the Anivia trying to put down the wall, zoning them out. That's going to be a 1-for-1 in the team fight. Meanwhile, Victor still pushing into the top side here. The egg form is just going to sit there. It looks like all fire. Great flash, great dash as well. And there goes Improvise is going to fall. Tidum is doing a great job of kiting, and the turnaround. Phoenix Flare right into the range of Phoenix Flare's Q, and that is all she wrote for that one. Finally, XGL.
Listen, Bedwetters did not have a ward in the Tribush they were fighting in. Because of that, Maokai was the human ward and inevitably died. I was watching Ashe's inventory. Ashe never bought that pink ward after dying. She had that the whole time. She had 2 pink wards in her inventory the whole time. If you're a support, get comfortable fighting and putting a ward down. It takes no animation.
That's a good point.
So,
or throwing hawk shots. Does she have any hawk shots available, or just not even focused on
I don't think that's great and all, but you have 2 pinks already, and if you manage to put that pink down, it obviously negates any vision that the other team has already.
True.
So it's like that's the angle. That's the angle. There also, if you notice on the tail end of the fight, Allfire was clearing vision instead of trying to kill people, because he was like, I can't let them know where I am, and right onto the Nash. Full team of XG Lightning players. The only one even close is Allfire. The Ashe ult comes in, but it won't be enough.
I don't know. Yeah, definitely not. Yep. Unfortunately, falls to XGL. Wow. That's an exciting turnaround from XGL. I like that.
Yeah, they walked right over and melted this thing. But their base is hurt. Their base is hurt. As they go on to Soul Point here. You know, we spent 28 minutes fighting. This next 8 to 10 minutes needs to be 2 teams in their own pocket and preparing. Because if XG Lightning is not careful, they can lose the game. And if Bedwetters are not careful, they can lose the game because XG Lightning has Nash. They don't need a fight. They don't need a fight. They're walking into the jungle, and they don't need to fight.
I mean, can they last another 5 minutes and wait for the Mountain Dragon? Or do you think we're going to get to that point? I mean, we're 33 minutes and 15 seconds into this game. Like, I don't see it really getting close to the 40-minute mark after this next Baron, or after this next like major objective fight.
Yeah, I think if you're XG Lightning, you don't want to fight, but Bedwetters would be comfortable trying to get rid of the Nash. Oh my gosh, this is
Yeah, this
Maokai
is
ult down. This is insane. Yeah, these
let's
guys are
see
insane.
what they're gonna do. I mean, he's able to fight underneath tower effectively, but they are a tanky bunch. Prim doing a great job of poking down. Oh, there goes the Ash arrow. Doesn't land on anybody though, unfortunately. They are doing a great job just taking over this map right now. 2 members pushing down mid. They have the tier 3 in their grasp. Unstoppable Force is going to be landing, actually, even though the arcane shift does go off. Juicebox takes down Typhoon like it was nothing. All flare now. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right. Yep, I have the tier 2 mid tower falling. Not sure what happened there. That was a little bit weird. And yeah, 007 now taking on the teleport coming in from Juicebox, it looks like. And yeah, I apologize about the game delay there. Boomerang's going to go ahead and land on everybody. They are pushing it down. All members are available for this 5v5, but with the Baron, it might be a little bit too much. There goes the Ash arrow from downtown, but no follow-up. Another Unstoppable Force is going to go ahead and land. There goes the zone is going to be popped by Septi. Has to flash out of the Anivia ulti as well, but this Baron is just proving to be too effective. Phoenix Flare taking a lot of damage, but he is the front line. Oh, True Shot Barrage almost getting Kartana onto the back line, but not quite. Phoenix Flare now completely alone, and a big shutdown given on over to All Fire. This is looking good for them so far. 007 has the big shield, but it is not enough. 1 for 1. 4 members left on both sides. All Fire misses the Q, unfortunately. Double kill picked up by Prim. This is probably it. The beginning of the end. The mystical arrow right between both of them. That was insane. The flash forward onto Improvise isn't going to be enough. The root note not going in just yet. Prim with the boomerang. Septi trying to do it, but no. That's going to be 4 members down. Victor is in the other side of the map. He's pushing up. The supers are there. He is going to back off. No, that is so horrible. It is the 2 Nexus towers are both down. They're going for the Nexus. He cannot make it back. There's no teleport. And that is going to be XG Lightning game number 1. What an ending. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry I was so far behind, but I'm glad that I got to witness it at the very end there. That was incredible. He tried to pull an X-Spec and do the back door, but the dog.
What happened? 35 minutes of pure, 36 minutes of pure fighting. That was actually Lightning had 35 kills in 36 minutes. That was insane. Holy freaking heck. Holy heck. That we were on a base race in game 1 of the finals.
This is just game 1. Oh my god. Yeah, that was incredible. What a banger 1. Bedwetters and XG Lightning. What an incredible game. And we have a couple more games to go. So do not go anywhere. We're going to cut it to a short little intermission while we get ready for game number 2. We're going to be talking about game number 1 definitely when we come back. The dog, and of course yourself, or myself, Rylionn. We'll be right back.
Get my asthma pump. Honey.
Welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and the dog. And game number one was insane, back and forth, non-stop fighting. We had like 60 plus kills.
Still catching my breath. Unbelievable. I literally needed some form of aid to breathe normally. Looking right into draft, they are cooking. They knew who the heck they wanted to ban.
Boom. Yeah, get rid of
Puss
that
in
Ezreal,
Boots Pike.
definitely.
Twitch chat, Puss in Boots Pike. I want to play League of Legends with them and see it.
They seem to be banning that one. That was the first ban they had last time as well. Or that was the second one, sorry, from XG Lightning last time. So yeah, they definitely don't want to give up that Pike. And now that they learned that the Ezreal is bad.
There it is. There it is.
We actually put up the J4.
Right, I was literally going to say they chose to ban Mord and not Wu. We're seeing the Wu. I can't wait. That is, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I wonder if they're a little scared. And they're like, let's play a little safer.
Of the Wukong or of the Mord?
No, I think they're of giving him such an aggressive champ. Jarvan obviously yields a little bit more safety and setup.
Good point. I mean, between the two, who would you rather have between the two at the moment?
I said it once and I'll say it a million times. Comfort over meta.
There you go. Okay. I figured you were gonna go back to that Wukong. I mean, he does do phenomenal on that. Mordekaiser was really good as well, being able to pull people out. But I think the Cataclysm and the engage that he's gonna be able to have from J4 might set him up a little bit nicer. I think we're gonna see a lot earlier ganks coming in from Phoenix Flare this game.
Yeah. And that I was literally going to say that Jarvan really is a vehicle for Prim. And oh my god, wow, this is going to be really, the setup for these Misfortune ults are going to be so fun to watch. Yes, holy moly.
How do you round out this wombo? I would put like a Galio or like a Yasuo with this.
So Cartana likes Camille or Gragas. Any of those sound healthy. Victor over Silas in this game. No great ults so far.
Victor would be really good. That Chaos Storm in the middle of the Cataclysm and Rel's ulti and Misfortune's ulti. Yeah, that's a wombo for the ages right there.
Yeah, and a little bit by myself, I might be or might not be or might be a Graves OTP. So I'm excited to see what Septi does on this champ, and he did. Yeah, I'm gonna say excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
So yeah, I think the Victor's a good pick here. If you are either side, actually, you could get a Rise. Oh, we got Cass, so we need a top. Urgot's available. Just saying. We know he plays Urgot.
Urgot is available. You're talking about for BG?
For BG, yeah. For their top lane here. Someone's picking blind. Who's going to pick blind? You're talking. What are you saying? Just saying, let's do rock, paper, scissors, right? See who has to pick blind.
That's how I'd be figuring it out. Okay, Urgot.
There it is.
That's a safe pick. You know, you have the range. You know, you have the damage. Okay, Ornn being picked immediately into that. I like the Ornn with the combos that they already have right now. He's going to be able to set them up. And, I was going to say Yumi.
Wow.
But Vel'Koz actually being picked up. That is a disgusting
wombo.
level 6 team right there. Like, absolutely disgusting.
Wow, I'm excited to play this game. Holy cow.
This is a best of 3, by the way, guys. So this could be it. XGL could just win this 2-0, or BG Bedwetters could come out with the 1-1. But that's difficult to overcome. That 6 or that level 6 on that side.
And the Casa win as our final lock-in. One of the big things I like to just take a peek at is engage. How are we starting fights? We know what XG Lightning is doing. What is Bedwetters doing to start a fight? Because if they don't land the Camille ult, oh sorry, not the Camille. If they don't land the Cassiopeia ult, we have a run at Q comp, which is not ideal when the other comp has Horn, Rail, Vel'Koz, and Misfortune ult. These are not champions you want to run at ideally. Yes, they have a insane wombo on the side of Lightning, but what Bedwetters has as the mirror to the insane wombo is a lack of engage. Does that make sense?
From the Bedwetters?
Yeah, the Bedwetters has a lack of engage, while XG Lightning has an insane engage. So, if Bedwetters doesn't, I'm a little worried for the Bedwetters this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. The only thing that they really have going for them on Bedwetters is Kassadin's going to have to go for the flanks, get onto the back line, get on Misfortune, kill her immediately, and then get back out. Because everyone else is going to be going in. Rel's going to be going into engage. Same thing with J4. So Misfortune is going to be stuck on the back line by herself, essentially.
Holy crap. This Cassiopeia, and I don't mean to interrupt you, is for all fire.
Yep. Cassiopeia ADC. Okay. And so it's going to be Cass and Karma in the bot side. That's going to be pretty good. They have a good range against the Rel. So if they're able to poke down and they're able to get ahead early, that's going to be a big problem. If Misfortune doesn't have any damage, she's not able to effectively do anything, I expect J4 to hover bot lane probably more than any other lane this game. Vel'Koz is able to just go ahead, stay, poke down from afar. Ord is pretty self-reliant. He's just going to build his own items, teleport back to base. So I expect J4 to be really into bot lane a majority of the time. And they have impeccable pushing as well, just passively. The poison, everything that Cassiopeia does is going to hit all of the champions. And she's, definitely known for just wanting to just get those things underneath tower. But I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I am going to go with XGL as my pick for this game overall for game number 2. And it's because it's just an insane front line that they have between J4, Ornn, and Rel. And no front line for BGBW. Like you said, no engage at all. Urgot could theoretically go in, but is he going to be going tank or is he going to be going damage?
Let me pitch you something.
What?
Yeah, oh yeah. Let me pitch you something.
Okay.
On the side of Bedwetters, pulling up op.gg's, Urgot, most played champ, 64%. Graves, most played champ, 69%.
Oh.
Cassowin, next to the Pike, tied for the most played champ, 100%.
Oh my god.
Cassiopeia, third most played champ, 71%. And we've seen the Karma. Not on the side of Titan, but so you were saying that you really like XG Lightning's comp. And I wanted to segue there because I'm glad you like their comp. But do you like those win percentages? That's all I'm going to ask you.
What is XGL's win percentages? Do they play these champions as often as or is BGBW like on their comfort picks right now?
Without looking further, I'm not looking at XG Lightning yet, but they are on their comfort. Period. Yeah.
That is a factor. That is a big factor. And with a 8% being the lowest win rate, I think you mentioned out of all of them. And 100% weight being the highest, that's pretty comfortable. That is extremely comfortable. A Castlewin, level 16. Vel'Koz, yeah, if he's able to get these early kills, can be quite full of damage, but Kassadin is going to be, I believe, their win comp, and he's going to be the one that has to engage and flank from the sides to get at Prim and get that Misfortune taken care of.
All right, Lion, I'm so glad you asked if the other team is on their mains, because the answer is yes.
Oh my god.
44 games on Rel, next champion 15.
Love it.
66%.
I love that. I love that so much. Well, we have the statistics. We are on game number 2. This could be the final game for XGL, or this could be the game that evens it up to go to the real finals match here in this best of 3 series between XGL and BGBW. But do not go anywhere. We're going to be right back with a short intermission while we get ready for the in-game delay and everything. The Dog and Rylionn will be right back. right. Hello, hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your dogs, The Dog and Rylionn, bringing you here game number 2 in the Gauntlet finals between XGL and the Bedwetters. And XGL right now leads this best of 3, 1-0. All Fire is going to go ahead and flash out of that. Great flash from Improvise to try to go ahead and get the stun to go off. But flash for flash. Mid lane down. I'm sorry, ADC down. Support. I think that was definitely in favor of the Bedwetters.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, XGL. Oh, jeez.
Yep. All good. Septi does not use the time. Oh, he did. Does use the time to ward the blue buff. Excellent. Good job. So right now, I think the best start for most junglers is Raptors with no leash, especially for champs like Graves, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's really strong. And we were seeing some of that with most teams allowing their bot lane to go to lane with the jungler leashing top side, which we're seeing on the side of XG Lightning again.
Huh.
Now,
I'm gonna be honest. Why is that? Why is it better to start the Raptors? It's just faster clearing, and you still get level 2, or?
Yeah, you let everybody go to lane, and you can just clear it easier. And you really, right now, you really want bot lane to let bot lane do its thing. You want to leave them alone.
Okay.
Having them leash is kind of annoying. Another quick thing about Graves: if you are starting blue buff, you can dash into the wall and cancel your dash animation.
Huh. Little cheat codes there.
Yeah. Which next time we flash over, or next time the observer goes over the Graves, I'll point it out. We're looking at full clears. Oh. No. Observer's not. Oh, excellent. Perfect. Yeah. So if you dash,
hold on, we have an engage here coming in. All fire. Nope, never mind. Able to get out. That karma speed up is just too effective. Oh, very nice.
Double
7 accidentally taking the tower shot though. We have some. They seem to coordinate their team fights across the map. Like everyone attacks at the same time, so they're just jumbling up all the communications.
No, it's not a bad thing. That's usually a sign of a good team. Is when a team gets kills all across the map.
Phoenix Fire with a good gank here onto the bot side, but doesn't end up getting the knockup. Great job. Improvise tries to go in, but All Fire just a little bit too quick with the speed ups from the Q. And here we have Juicebox. It's going to be a 4v2. Juicebox making his way down here. No vision coming in from River. Does walk into the lane here, so he is going to get caught out. Good flash coming in from Typhoon, but the first blood being picked up from Juicebox. That was a lot dedicated to the bot lane there. And here we go again. Her Puss in Boots is just going to stay in the mid lane. Going to go for... Oh, flashing over the wall, actually, to go for All Fire. Not sure if this is going to be worth it, but it is. Yes, indeed. Oh, a sliver left for Improvise. Crazy.
Prim holds the heal, which is stone cold to do. Another thing I want to note is the Juicebox Q from the Vel'Koz fires would have hit Karma. Karma flashes onto the other side of the splitting Vel'Koz Q and hits him anyway. So another thing to note, I don't know if you want to be leaving Castlewin in the lane alone to CS for as much as you did last game. That could bode dangerous. That could bode dangerous. Last game was not a Castlewin just flipping back. Last game was the victor, but if we leave Cassidy alone for that long, we're going to see some serious problems.
I definitely agree. I mean, after level, 16, he just becomes pretty much unstoppable from that point forward. I mean, I know that's a long ways away from right now. Improvise getting stuck here in 2v1, but he's going to go ahead and turn it around. Now we have a 3v3 action. Great engage here coming in from Phoenix Flare, and that's going to be 2 kills. Give it on over to XGL, and Septi is now by himself, and a double kill picked up by Prim. Very nice. Plus, they have the red buff now. Just absolutely tearing it up in the bot lane. 5 kills. 5 minutes in, the dog. Okay? Like...
Yep. And Jarvan, Phoenix Flare, showing yet again why he is the MVP of, going to be the MVP of this bad boy. 100% KP.
Absolutely. just been unstoppable, literally, from the first game in semifinals that we watched.
Yes, yes. Yeah, this is turning out. Oh boy, Prim.
Ooh, yeah.
Prim with no escapability on this game could also be a bit dangerous with Cassiopeia running you down.
100%. I was gonna say that Cassiopeia, I think, is going to be their biggest problem. I know Cassidon is there, but he's not fully online till 16. She's just gonna keep getting stronger from this point. We just saw her take Prim down to half health.
True. Yeah, for real. You're an ADC. Do you want to go against Cass in the bot?
No, hell no. Absolutely not.
Oh boy.
Oh, good flash, and here comes the Ornhorn taking 2 tower shots. Yes! Enough to get him down. 007, a little bit of a miscalculation stepping up underneath tower there.
God! With the kill!
Nice.
Does Kartana doesn't deserve that. That should go to the literally just the R. That one should be on the R. That was so rare. That's like getting a kill with the Blitzcrank Q, the punch.
True. But hey, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, so that, and we get to witness it too. That's the best part.
Crack 2 eggs to make an omelet. All right. I mean, this is a heck of a game. There's bounties on the map already. One of those bounties, who do you go for? Who are you going for?
Personally, I'm going after Misfortune. She, like you mentioned, has no mobility, no escapability, has no heal, has no flash. She's just a sitting target, like 100%.
You want to know the sugar on top?
What's that?
Is that Vel'Koz also has no escapability.
Ooh, good. But he has the... I know she has the Make It Rain, which is a good slow, has nice AoE damage, but like that Vel'Koz gives him one of his procs to then do his true damage, and it sets him... He has the knockback, you know, he has the slow from his Q, like he has just more in his bag to get away than the Misfortune.
That's true, but Misfortune has Rel next to her, and that's a little scary. Also, I want to note that Juicebox has done a lot better job clearing minions before roaming, as that whole wave crashes in. So, I like what this team... Here we go.
The flash forward does get the stun off on the All-Fire, and that is a lockdown. Just as Misfortune has no escapability, neither does All-Fire.
Tragic that Juicebox does not get the assist on that, while still here sharing XP. Baby boy got to get back to mid lane soon.
Yes, he does. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I like the roams, but Cassidon is just getting free stuff right now. And now we have the engage here from Improvise. Definitely not expecting Septi, but there goes Juicebox with the ultimate as well. That tower chunking down heavily. The collateral damage just to ensure the kill goes on over to Septi with a nice shutdown of 150 gold going on over to him as well. Still 400 gold on Prim. And they need to focus her down. Phoenix Flare, sorry.
Rylionn, keep an eye on mid lane right now because Juicebox 10 seconds away, no teleport. Jarvan has an entire bot side map to clear, but he has to go cover mid lane. Oh man.
There. Like, Kartana's just doing work. Yeah, with the Ornn, getting these brittle procs off was imperative, and they're doing a wonderful job of doing that.
Yo, credit to XGL. These guys have kept their foot on the pedal for now. I don't know. I've lost track. What are we, 4 or 5 games in a row? They are killing it.
They are. They are a true force, and there's a reason why that they're in the finals right now. It's because they have probably done this throughout the entirety of this series. I mean, we saw them from semis to right now. 4-0 potential. They're up by 3K gold right now. Like, yeah, this is a great, well-balanced, great communicated team.
And I really love, because I've played on a team that did something similar to this as XGL, where your mid is like a vehicle to help all over the map. Just like a small move that your team can do to make up for all of these roams is letting Vel'Koz take simple things like the Raptors and the Wolves, because he needs some. Here we go, another fight with Jarvan right in the shadows.
Yeah, Cassidon though, look at all that damage. One combo, Juicebox down to half health. There's that 20+ CS lead that we were talking about. It's definitely showing up, and only level 9.
You know, and back on subject, if you do take those two easy to clear camps for a mid laner, Jarvan, you might be wondering where is he going to get his makeup? Well, your mid laner's roaming the whole time, so mid lane could, you know, so Jarvan could be taking the mid lane wave, one wave or two waves to help the roam. Uh, yeah, this is the Cloud9 team with Niski and Blabber. There's something that they developed. Yeah, it's I scratch your back, you scratch mine, so that both of us can help outside of our lane. It's pretty smart. Good way to play.
Extremely. And Rift
Because
Herald now being popped. That's gonna
yeah,
be
it's
one
gonna be
tower.
tower. Yeah.
Whew. Oh, and hold on, we might have a 4v3 happening now. Improvise, Prim, and Phoenix, all of them have their ultis available. All right,
Fox
Stephanie
will
is
teleport.
there. Her Puss in Boots is going to go ahead and meet them. Great bullet time, but no! There goes the Cassiopeia ulti facing front. Doesn't matter. Septi's going to be the first one to get taken down. 1-for-1. Down goes Prim. Here comes Vel'Koz with the laser. Improvise is going to go ahead and take down. And that's 3-for-1 in that fight. All in favor to XGL. Cartana once again landing the Oran Horn, and great job landing these brittle procs. Typhoon trying to do what they can to get away, but Phoenix Flare right on the nip of their heels takes them down. So for 4, almost getting an ace across the map essentially in favor of XGL.
This team plays really, really, really good team League of Legends. You were saying, oh man, it's unique. Like I noticed that they get kills all over the map at the same time. That is a mark of a good team. That means they understand when they can be doing things and they're all pulling the trigger. Usually when you could do things in League of Legends is the standard because the variable is the champions, you know. There's so many different. The constant is the map and the timer. Uh, so the fact that they're getting kills all at the same time is a testament to them understanding that they can be doing things at certain times and they're all pulling the trigger and being successful at it. Yeah, and then the follow-up to that is we've been seeing Juicebox teleport and show up in side lanes the whole game. That's how I knew he was going to teleport on that play. Ended up teleporting, being a big difference maker on the play. I wonder if the Begwetters are actually calling that out in comms. Watch for teleport.
That's a good observation. I mean, I didn't notice Juicebox teleporting in until like it was like, oh yeah, he's already there every single time. Septi, hold on, is gonna go ahead and do the smoke screen, try to slow him down. Improvise is gonna go ahead and turn around on the fight. Nice ultimate. Her Puss in Boots is on the scene though. Improvise taking a lot of damage. Oh, Urgot with the ult, he's going to miss. Unfortunately, Titan is going to get taken down. Improvise still up. That is ridiculous. Septi wasn't able to finish the job here. Dashes into it. Prim taken quite low. There goes the bullet time. Is it going to... Nope, not taking down anybody just yet. 007 finally takes down Improvise. Now Cartana. Oh, great showing up from Phoenix Flare. The Cataclysm to hold her Puss in Boots, but... This is just the extended fights that we've seen from the last game going into this game, and yeah, playing with their food at this point, and a double kill picked up by Phoenix Flare for Puss in Boots. Did a great job. They just kind of dominoed in everybody on the whole map one by one, except for Juicebox, of course, who's just going to be pushing in mid lane.
And holy frick, the peel for Prim is spectacular. He died on the tail end, but you were noting Improvise's sliver of health. He was using that sliver of health to maintain Prim's health. Yo, he went with the sliver of health, was like, oh crap, my dude's gonna die. I'm gonna have to go die for him. And he went back in and still managed to survive. Holy macaroni. For playing a marksman with no escapability to have that type of peel so you can just auto, and focus fire is... Man, these teams play... This team plays really well together. The XG Lightning is cool to watch.
Yeah, it is extremely exciting, and yeah, just watching it unfold. I mean, you mentioned no mobility at all, and they're using it kind of to their advantage. It's like, okay, I can't go anywhere, so I'm just gonna do a lot of damage. You guys stand in front of me, make sure you keep everyone off of me, and they're doing. I think Rel was the perfect pick for Misfortune and Prim's Misfortune specifically. The Horn's going to get blown here to go ahead and knock him up and slow him down.
Boy.
Prim just making their way up to the top just for good measure. Phoenix Flare thought about it for a moment, didn't even want to bother with the assist, and that is going to be all she wrote for 007. Prim cleans it up quite nicely. Good amount of damage to Prim, but there was no one.
It should get Herald off of this, which will be spawning shortly here. That Herald will translate into mid tower most likely. And that mid tower, in turn, should translate to dragon, which is spawning in about now 90 seconds. So let's keep an eye out on this really effective team. Speaking about the constant of League of Legends being the timer, let's see what this team does with that timer. Here comes Herald.
It's
And
gonna
they're
be an
already there.
X-Tech soul too, so they're in no hurry to get it, but it doesn't hurt to get it early.
I mean, if your team's ahead at this point by this far, and you know, like, this is soul point, you might as well just go take it.
Might as well.
And your Herald's gonna set it up. It's so easy.
Possibly stepping up a little bit too close. Septi not quite with the damages just yet. Doesn't even have a full item built at the moment.
The worst part about this is they showed 3 bot when you know the other team wants to play for mid tower. You're just giving this over.
Yeah. Okosamu's getting absolutely obliterated by that 3-man gank. And yeah, that's just going to be a tier 1 mid tower given on over to XG Lightning.
A little escort for the second charge. Kartana does not have teleport, so when they play for this dragon, we'll keep an eye on what he does on the top side, if he starts shying towards them or not. If he doesn't, that's a testament to him understanding that I'm not that scared. If he starts shying, that means their team is like, yo, let's not play games. Let's just... Wow, they got another charge off of that.
Yeah. I'm surprised. You don't normally see that many charges go off, but I mean, they're in such a commanding lead. They have 11k gold lead right now. A majority of that being on, who is that on? J4 and Misfortune. Both of them have the majority of the gold.
Honest, yeah, this is a rich squad. You know, also what I would like to point out is nobody has any MR.
No.
Nobody has any MR. They are not that scared. Granted, Jarvan does have health, but no on Misfortune, did I say. Bring on the casts, and the karma. the cast, and the karma. I'm funny.
If they can tunnel and farm, just like how we saw in the first game, what XLG, or XGL, sorry, did the first time when they were down by 6k gold, if the bedwetters can do that. I know it's rough. There's 17 minutes into this game already, and it feels like a 35-minute game based off the items. But if they could just sit there and farm, Cassiopeia, you know, only has 1 item. Graves only has 1. Like, they are just not getting their first items while they're already finishing most of their second items on the side of XGL. So it's like they just got to tunnel, not fight anywhere. It's rough giving up these objectives, but it's like you've already done that so long, you might as well continue to do that to try to salvage something.
The itemization is a really interesting look here on the side of the Begwetters. 2 black cleavers. Black cleaver shreds armor. Not the most amount of armor on the side of XG Lightning. Also...
Oh, hold on 1 second. Great dive onto the back line. Improvise is going to go in and pop the ulti as well. A lot of damage on the Septi, who's trying to do what he can, but they are just returning the favor.
Oh,
Improvise. Oh, the bullet time onto the back line, but hold on 1 second. 007 disrupts it. Phoenix Flare is godlike with that kill. 2 members down now for the side of Bedwetters. There goes the 3rd one. Meanwhile, Phoenix Flare is not done with the hunt just yet. He's trying to rift walk away, but that is an angry J4 with a lot of damage. So, does end up walking out 3-0 in that fight, 23-5 as they extend their lead.
This outside of extensive circumstance, this game is packed and ready to rock and roll here for the side of the XG Lightning. Holy macaroni. They are one heck of a team. They're fun to watch. As somebody who enjoys good League of Legends, they're really fun to watch. Just want to say, Septi needs to build something here. Maybe not Cleaver.
I was
maybe
like,
not
Cleaver.
Or Drinker.
Or okay,
No.
Drinker?
Yeah, I don't know if Eclipse. I mean, Eclipse is cool. So usually you gotta ask yourself, if you're Graves, can I get near anybody to gore drink? Because if the answer is no, then yeah, you usually go Eclipse. So like, can you get near Misfortune? Probably not. Can you get near Vel'Koz? Probably not. You can get near J4, you can get near Ornn, and you can probably get near Rel.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they'll come to you if you don't want to come to them.
Yeah, well, you know that part's to be definitely true. Yeah. You know that's true. So,
and same thing with the Urgot as well. Opting in for the Black Cleaver. It's not horrible. I definitely see it all the time, but you know, what is he building second here? He has a giant spell and a ruby crystal. Is he trying to build more tank? Is he going for
I mean, they're going a lot of health here on the side of on
Titanic
the
Hydra?
Begwetters. I hope if he goes. The thing is, if you play Graves and you didn't build Umbral first and you choose to build Umbral second, like you're pushing Mythic third. The timer's pretty late. Here we go. They're right on this. Graves does have great steal opportunity.
And
He
we've
has no
seen
way into the pit besides his dash, but if he dashes, he can't get out.
that is very true. Okay, Improvise is going to hop over the wall. There goes the ultimate. Phoenix Flare is also going to go ahead and hop over as well. Cataclysm, just for good measure, locks down the jungle, and I don't think that they're going to be able to outsmite him. So this is going to go on over to XGL. There goes the flash forward, locks down Titan. Titan's going to be stuck there for just a moment. Cartana's going to go ahead and pop the Orin Horn. There goes the bullet time. Doesn't hit anybody on both of them, unfortunately. Titan, though, is going to get stuck behind the rest of the squad. Gets knocked up, taken down.
Oh.
Great ultimate from Cassiopeia. I feel like she should have focused down Prim there at least. I mean, pretty low. Might as well dedicate. Get the shutdown. They don't have the full capabilities of being able to, like, push, but walked away.
Man, this is... I mean, like, okay, let's talk positives because we're in a tournament game and we're in the finals, okay?
Yeah.
We're on the Begwetters team. You know, what do we got? We have a lot of bounties and we only have one inhib down.
True.
We have only one inhib down. So what you need to do is you need to let mid push and you need to hard CS for the next, like, wild amount of time. You need to give them soul. If you want to play for soul, you know what you do? You say this. Good luck, Septi. You got this, bro.
That's true. I mean, you don't want to dedicate all 5 to that.
Yeah, and you let your cast team, and by cast team I mean Win and Cassiopeia, CS. That's your only hope. Because when they come into the base, when their team comes into the base, if you can freaking kill them.
Septi's getting stuck, pinched right in between 3 of them. Yep. Ultimate used by Vel'Koz. Okay. Juice box just...
Okay. We won't need to use it for the next, like, 2 minutes, realistically. But, yeah. So, back on... You just need to... They're good. They're getting bounties. This is good. I'm on Begwetter's team right now. I like good League of Legends. We want them to win.
I would like to see a game 3 as well. If they can pull out some kind of reverse ace... Like, I hope they get a little overzealous. Oh, wow. Great bullet time. Takes Titan down to half health. Her Puss in Boots is forced to back to go ahead and regain health. They're taking down the tier 3 bot lane tower. Possibly going for the inhib. This might be the beginning of the end, but they do have all 5 members up. Cassiopeia ulti available as well. If they can get him underneath tower and they can position themselves, Kassadin could go on the backside, so it's not totally out of the realm of possibilities. Oh, wow. That was quite a lot of damage on the Titan there. Juice box getting focused by the tower.
He'll heal right back
up. One Nexus tower that's going to be gone. Here we go. There goes the engage from Improvise. The Orin Horn to follow up. That's going to be 3 members down immediately. And that's going to be 1 in return. No, I'm sorry. 0 in return. Septi does make it out.
Oh.
No, he does not. And that's going to be an ace and a great end to a great finals series. XG Lightning takes it 31-5 for game number 2. The dog. Wild.
XG Lightning for the last, what was it, like 3.5 games were like a team that you do not want to go against.
3.5. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the beginning half of that first game was a little bit iffy, but the rest of the time, they were a force to be reckoned with. Absolute devastation. Game 1 was really back and forth, but game 2, they got used to it and just went from there.
Yeah, and they were doing the little things that you want to see from a good team, getting kills across the map. And I think one of the most important things that good teams do in tournaments or in important gameplay, and not just with your friends playing solo queue, ending the game. Yep. Bro, you have to end the game when you have the lead. You do not let them in. You do not have a little bit of fun. You don't flash forward if you don't need to. You end the game. And again, for the last 3.5 games, yep. XG Lightning was just ending games.
That's true. Absolutely just ending. And like you said, that's the most important thing. You don't win the games until it ends. So this game, they took no chances. They gave up no mercy across the entirety of that rift. and they wanted to go ahead and push forward. And one winner of the MVP vote. Who are you giving your vote to? I know we've discussed this quite a bit, but
He's holding it through. He's holding it through.
Phoenix.
There's no argument. And honestly, if I had to pick someone second, it would be the rest of the four.
That's
because
true.
they all played so stinking well together. Juicebox roaming and somehow making 30 to 50 CS differentials look like it's not an issue whatsoever. If your friend was down 50 CS, you'd be like, bro, don't you turn your Discord mic off and you go into the top lane and you come back when you're done. And he was killing people. Cartana was an unkillable force again for 3.5 games. Improvise finally got a chance to show us what Rel does. I mean, we know what Rel does, but his Rel does because he has 44 games on it. This team was fun. So Phoenix Flare, MVP, my second MVP, their entire team combined, man. How about you?
That is you. I couldn't have said it any better. You summarized it absolutely perfectly. We've seen time and time again. We made the call outs ourselves as the casters watching them. The fights happening simultaneously across the rift, like you said, really shows the communication that they have. Phoenix slightly above everybody just in terms of setting them up, in terms of just getting the team where they needed to be so that way they could succeed for the rest of the game. Even when they were 6K gold behind, just holding it down, making sure that they got jungle objectives, and then, changing the tactics up a little bit. Like, it takes a lot to come back from a 6K gold deficit, which is the very first game that they played in the semifinals. So, just kudos to them, and then, of course, the rest of the team. The synergy that they have, the communication, the pings, the having each other's back, like you said, the roams coming in from mid lane all the time to the bot lane just to ensure it could not have been any better. This is like what every League of Legends org wants to play like all the time.
Yeah, they put on a clinic. Like for real. Their rotations and their team play was a clinic. Yo, celebrate. It's Saturday night, 9 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. Wow, this tournament boogied. XGA Lightning, I don't know if you guys my group of friends and I, after playing a whole bunch of games, we do an ARAM to cap it. And we all have a great freaking time and we sign off, have some beers or adult beverages. And yeah, time to cook. Man, that was fun.
Do we have the ability to maybe get Phoenix in here to maybe say a couple words, or have everybody from the team just to say, their experience, how they felt, and anything?
I would
Just
love
curious.
to bring one for sure. Oh my word.
Excellent. Awesome. Okay, so the entire team I just heard is going to be coming in and getting an interview. I'm excited for it. This is so all you wonderful people will get to hear from these amazing players.
Yeah, holy moly, this is gonna get I hope it just gets chaotic. That's why I hope I ask a question that stirs it up.
Oh
Good,
shit.
bring them all.
Oh, they're coming
Hey,
in
yo,
here.
what's up, man?
Hey,
Where am I?
You're here. You made it.
you're on the casting couch. How are you?
Hot.
Hello.
Oh man, that was an exciting series. Watching you guys from the beginning, from the semifinals all the way to the ending, was a treat all on its own. You guys did absolutely amazing, and I know we had a little bit of an MVP vote between the dog and I. I would hope that we can get a word in from the people as well. If we can get some kind of MVP poll going on. But if you guys had to pick an MVP amongst yourselves, who would you guys pick as the number one player for this
Me.
series?
Our sub Rover.
The guy that we lost our only game with, that guy, Rover.
Gotcha. All right. Without him, you would not be here where you are now.
Absolutely not.
How are we gonna do him like that? I think Juice did the best.
Juice. All right. Interesting. I like
I-
Juice a lot.
I think I did the
I would
best.
say Prim. For me, I thought Prim
Yo,
did
I
really
would say
well.
improvise. That guy's so good at the game, dude. This guy's just unreal. We definitely never
Prim was
argue,
the-
and we definitely never have any issues with each other. He's just such a seamless guy to play with.
Prim was definitely unhappy about most of the draft and having to play Sivir most of the time. But he was really like a really, really good role player. And he did really, really well like every game.
That's interesting that you say he was a really good role player because at one point, Juicebox was down 50 CS but still hyper killing people in the side lanes. I think that is the perfect star on what a role player is. Dude, you were literally crushing it. I was like, at one point we were counting, you were down by 10, 20, 30, you were down 50, you were rotating and getting kills in the side lanes simultaneously. Bro, what do you
Yeah,
gotta
It's
say about that?
overrated. You just
What were the
gotta
times like
play
in
for
the
your
first
team.
game?
You gotta know like what position you're in to, carry. So I knew Prim was and Phoenix were doing better with the gold, so might as well give it to them.
Heck yeah. As a jungler, I love a freaking mid that wants to help. Yo,
I got no votes.
I want to say I have
That's
another
what you get
question.
for being a top laner.
I still killed every game.
You're still
Yo.
a top laner.
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah, your top was excellent. You killed the Ornn ult killed the Urgot twice, which was awesome. But no, I have a question on the final game there. Your Mordekaiser was so scary that they banned it second ban, and they left Wukong up, and you hovered Wu, and I was hyped as hell. I'm like, we get to see the Wu again, and you pivoted and picked Jarvan.
We knew that like they wanted to pick Jarvan and that matchup's favorable for Jarvan early, so like that's what they were hoping on. As much as I would really like to play Wu because I'm super comfortable on it, I enjoy J4 and we knew that like that's what they wanted to draft and they probably didn't have an answer it for themselves because they took most answers. So it was just best wise. We were also already talking about doing like a Rel MF game, so Jarvan just fits that comp better.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Man. Yeah, that wombo that you guys showed, and I guess the follow-up to that is, are you a mid-main Juicebox?
No, I actually play ADC on my other team.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, cool.
I played jungle on that team.
Wait, what the fuck? You guys are
So he's just like, okay.
I play support on that team.
No, he
Okay.
doesn't. It's just me and Juicebox. He's not invited. He's a top laner.
Yo, you guys, awesome. Heck yeah, you guys play really, really well together. And it sounds like you guys get along, so keep rocking.
Yeah, you guys have great synergy. You guys were a joy to watch. The wombos. Even when you guys were down in the very first game for just a little bit, it looked a little bit chaotic, but you guys prevailed. Like, to have the mental stability that you guys have and showed throughout the entirety of the series that we watched, just phenomenal. You guys are wonderful. It was an honor to watch every single one of you. Truly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I guess the very last question we have is so what happened the first half of the first game that you guys played? Did you not warm up or something? What team was that?
We were winning, weren't we? I'm pretty
No,
sure we were
No,
winning.
absolutely not. You guys were getting curb stomped.
No,
Wait,
no,
which
I
game?
think
For the
that
game
game
of
was
the day?
like-
Very no,
We were winning the whole time. I don't know what
Oh,
you're
for
talking
today? We
Yeah,
were winning.
very first game you guys were down 6,000 gold, and from that point you put thrusters on yourselves
Oh,
and all skyrocketed and literally didn't look back.
Are we talking
They
about
all
the
kinda
first
just-
song?
We
We're
were in
talking about
the
the
yeah.
Sona game.
we were
They
in
kind of
driving
just
seat the whole
walked into
game.
us, and we were playing Talia, like Sona. Like you can't walk into us.
They
And
also got consistently caught with like Heimerdinger and like lost so much pressure for it, so
Yeah.
we were just capitalized on one of their swings. But we knew we
They-
scaled out lane late game.
They didn't punish hard enough. We should have been 20k down if they wanted to win.
Yep.
True.
and Olaf could never get solo killed by a Talia, like top lane. That
Yeah.
was a
Damn.
huge throw for them.
Calling him out like that, Justin? Like that?
Yes.
Dang.
Heck yeah.
He had all
Anything
their
else,
gold.
Rylionn?
No. Outside of that, no.
That's why
Completely,
you're
you
the best
guys.
role player.
Wait,
Okay.
so who got MVP?
You did,
Yep.
Let's go.
Matt.
That's how
Yeah, Phoenix Flare, dude, you deserve it. You crushed it, man.
100%.
Everyone give him your jazz snaps. Come on, group it up.
What?
I have no idea
What?
what jazz tips are. The Baron smile.
You
is
know,
probably
like
really
slam poetry when you snap at the end to like
Oh,
instead of clapping.
Oh.
high. Yeah,
I don't know what
Jazz
that is.
snaps.
still don't know
Yeah,
how
you
to
don't. You're not cultured like me, bro. You don't know about that life.
Oh, my bad.
You ain't in slam poetry like Prim. Let me tell you.
Nah. I'm brown. I don't do slam poetry.
Well,
Am I allowed to
thank
say
you,
that?
casters.
Well, It was said, yep, but it was great. It was a great seeing you guys. You guys did phenomenal in the semis. You get even better in the finals there. I mean, 2-0 victory in both sets. Doesn't even matter. But I hope to see you guys in the future. Definitely, your games were super exciting. I hope we get the privilege of being able to cast over you. And yeah, thanks for making it a really great series tonight. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Thanks
for
for
the
I love
cast.
you.
Thanks for the cast too.
I love you guys.
Love you.
We love you. And
You guys want to have a group hug at the end of this or something?
yeah, we'll
Those
do
the-
that off camera.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check you in the DMs, babe. Don't worry.
Bet,
All right.
All right, we're out.
Push it.
But
All
the
right.
dog, do
Peace,
you have any
guys.
closing remarks before we go ahead and cut it out?
Look both ways before you cross the street, and always say thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Peace out, guys. Good luck.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
That was super exciting. Much appreciated to everyone who showed up tonight. That was a phenomenal series from the semis to the finals here. And it was XG Lightning, the overall victors here for the Typhoon Gauntlet finals. And it spoke for itself. If you want to go back and watch it, I highly encourage it. But yeah, that is going to be all she wrote. And you guys have a very wonderful rest of your evenings. Have a good night.
Love you all. Much love, Rylionn. Yo, thanks, alls.